What is up, everyone? Today we're showcasing Shadow Kanto Sandslash in the Kanto Cup. Sandslash has always been usable in the Kanto Cup, but previous iterations it only had access to very high costing charge moves like Earthquake and Bulldoze, and because of that it wasn't really that usable. But ever since Community Day, it got access to Nightslash, which gives it a really nice quick charging move. You can use it either a bait move or to do some super effective damage versus those ghost and psychic types, which, you know, just gives Sandslash so much more play. Besides that, ground is just a really good typing in the Kanto meta, since a lot of the meta is weak to it. I'm talking about Nidoqueen, Kanto Muck, Alolan Muck, Alolan Marowak, Beedrill, and more. So Kanto Sandslash really just puts in a lot of work. Let's just get into these battles, and we'll talk a little bit about the team while we do that. In this first game, I lead into a Wigglytuff, which you don't want to see as a Kanto Sandslash because you are quite, well, you're kind of squishy, especially as a Shadow, which I am running. You could also run the regular, by the way. It's actually slightly higher rated on PV Poke, so maybe a regular is actually the way to go. I like the Shadow though. I think that the little bit of extra damage you do to Night Slashes is very nice. But anyway, Sandslash does struggle versus fighting types because you just get countered down and Night Slashes don't do anything. You would have to fire an Earthquake, but you're not going to reach 2. So in general, fighting types are very hard to deal with, which is why I'm running 2 really hard fighting counters in the back in Alolan Marowak and Hypno. Of course, Sandslash also struggles with waters, which, well, Marowak also struggles against. This team would really struggle against like a Blastoise, which we are actually going to see in the lead later. But yeah, both Sandslash and Marowak struggle versus Blastoise, so it's kind of a pain in the butt if you see that. But luckily they're not that common. More common water types are like Dugong and Lapras, and Sandslash of course also loses to those. But luckily Marowak has a good chunk of play there as well, so it's not too bad. And Hypno with Thunder Punch beats those as well. I was able to farm down the Duck Trio there. Go for the Earthquake! And this does so much damage against the Wigglytuff, so much that they decide to quit the game because they know it's over. GG. Next match, a Kanto Sandslash mirror. In this matchup, you just want to go straight a Night Slash unless you're sure they're not going to shield the Earthquake. But honestly, I think it's always safer to just go straight Night Slash, because even if they don't shield, the next one will knock out anyway, and it's only like a 5 energy difference between 2 Night Slashes and 1 Earthquake, so this definitely feels like the way to go. In the mirror, if you get I got a shield already, I got a lot of health, even if the Earthquake here, I'm very fine, so I'm just gonna let it go. They actually get a boost there, which is fine with me. I'm just gonna shield this. Because I did get a little bit lucky there, I denied one of the merge shots and snuck all of mine through, which means I get to the Night Slash 1 earlier than they do, so they will either die here or I'll take another shield. Either one, really fine with me. By the way, about Hypno moveset, as another one comes in here, I'm running Thunder Punch Focus Blast, mainly because that's what I already had, but also because this team does kind of struggle with Lickitung, so I wanted Focus Blast on it to deal with that, but I haven't thrown a single one. I think Shadow Ball in general is much more useful, so honestly I would go with that. They bring in a Alolan or Kanto Mucker, and I really like this team. Like I said earlier, my squad with the Alolan Marowak kind of struggles versus Blastoise, but Muck has access to Dark Pulse and Thunder Punch to hit the Blastoise. Maybe Thunder Punch. So this might actually be a better team than I'm running. I might actually give this a go. That Kanto Muck Sandslash core seems pretty fun. By the way, I didn't throw my move there on purpose, because I wanted that Kanto Muck to take out my Hypno. If that Kanto Muck didn't take out my Hypno, his Hypno would have farmed me down and then gone into a Shadow Ball versus my Alolan Marowak. Yo, I survived at 1 HP here to get to another Shadow Ball. Very close game. GG. Beedrill Lead, another good lead for Sandslash. They have to switch out. They bring in the Poliwrath. This is very nice for Hypno. I can just fully confusion this down at this point. I can live 2 Scalds. This is a benefit of running non-Shadow Hypno. You just have so much more bulk. But, you know, Shadow Hypno is very nice in some situations as well. I guess you could also go with Shadow in this team, actually. It's kind of personal preference. I kind of forgot what the lead was, so I just straight Focus Blasted for fun. But of course it was Beedrill, so it's double resisted. So don't do that. But you know, it's in Night/Slash range anyway. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. I think this could be a Durant, so I'm gonna shoot it up because it would almost knock out my Sandslash. Gotta preserve that health. Gonna go for the Night/Slash here. They might have to shield this up too if they want to live. They do. That's really nice. In comes a Pidgeot. And this is where Fire Blast comes in real handy. In this meta, I definitely recommend you run Fire Blast on your AWAC. Oh, alright. It's not gonna come in handy this match. Because I died to the Brave Bird. But I've definitely Fire Blasted multiple Pidgeot, Lickitung. It's been really nice. They are debuffed. I think the Night/Slash would have killed anyway, but I also get the boost, so this Night/Slash will definitely knock out the Pidgeot now. And now there's only a Beedrill on the back, and I can Night/Slash this too, and that is a good match. GG to the Beedrill. Ooh, another Sandslash, but this one looks pretty icy. Luckily though, it is running Shadow Claw, which is a little better for my Slash. But these Ice Punches, I've definitely got to shield up because they would almost kill me. So I don't know what to do here, to be honest. This thing is kind of problematic. If it was Powder Snow, I would bring in Hypno at a certain point to catch an Ice Punch. But since it's Shadow Claw, I don't want to do that because Shadow Claw, Alolan Sandslash actually does quite good against Hypno. They bring in the Pidgeot. This is not bad for Hypno. I can even take a Brave Bird here. Another nice thing about not running the Shadow. This doesn't kill me. I'll be able to get to the Thunder Punch. This will knock out the Pidgeot. I took another Gust there on purpose because that gives the Sandslash a little less farm. I think I could have done another Confusion. I think I would have survived the next Gust, which would have given even less farm to the Sandslash. So could have optimized my play even more there. They're bringing the Sandslash again. If they have Bulldoze, this could be quite painful. But I think most Sandslash should run Gyro Ball because it's just better versus the Charmers. And you lose the AWAC matchup anyway, so you don't need Bulldoze really. Just gonna Shadow Ball on this AWAC coming in. I'm close to 2 Night/Slashes. Actually, I have 2 Night/Slashes, so I can just fire these back to back, get rid of the AWAC, and then the A/Slash should be a piece of cake, right? I hope not. I hope so. If you can like farm me down, I get another boost. I get another boost. Disgusting. Didn't matter though, but wow, that's 2 games, 2 boosts. GG. Kanto Sandslash versus the K9. This is an okay lead. Ends up being some weird lag here, I think, which causes me to CMP tie. Yeah, I get some weird stutter there too. Yeah, this ends up being a CMP tie on the 5th Fire Spin, which normally shouldn't happen when you throw 8 Mud Shots. I think they were 1 turn behind. But since they're 2 away, I'm just gonna catch this move on Hypno. Since that would, I think, almost take out Kanto Sandslash, and I wasn't the Earthquake yet, so I couldn't CMP tie on it. I wouldn't recommend you switch in Hypno though. I think Hypno isn't a great safe switch because you get walled by Pokemon like Alolan Muk here. Which is not great. Alolan Marowak gets walled way less, especially with Fire Blast. Even if like an Alolan Raticate or Lickitung comes in, or Pidgeot, which you normally would lose to, with Fire Blast you can actually beat those Pokemon, especially if they don't throw charge moves, which usually against Alolan Marowak, those normal types, they do try to farm up a lot because against the standard moveset of Bone Club Shadow Bone, they would be able to. But versus Fire Blast, no. You're gonna get roasted. Alright, we take out the K9, in comes a Beedrill, and this is really good. Even if my Kanto Sandslash gets taken out here, Alolan Marowak should be able to farm down the B. Yeah, this is game over. Even if they've doubled the run, I don't die to 1, so they know they concede basically. GG. And that is a nice 5-0 in the first set of running this team. Very nice. Okay, Lickitung Lead. Actually, a tough Pokemon for this lineup. Beats all 3 of my Pokemon, but it is manageable. It is manageable because both Sandslash and Hypno can do some nice damage, and Marowak resists every single charge move this can throw at it. So I tried to catch a charge move there, unfortunately didn't happen. So the Lickitung actually has a lot of energy now. I'll go for the Fire Blast here because Nidoqueen usually doesn't shield the first move. Hope to just one-shot it. But unfortunately, they do shield. They saw it coming. Since I've burned the shield of them and I have a Kanto Sandslash in the back, I'm actually expecting them to throw Earth Power here once the game unlags. Please? I don't think a Poison Fang makes sense here. Because I have a shield advantage, I have a Sandslash, I don't have that much reason to take Switch here. But they Poison Fang. They are just in my head. They know exactly what's going on. I want to save that Marowak since clearly they're weak against it. If they brought in a Nidoqueen versus my AWAC, I have to be weak against it. So I'll bring in Sandslash here. This is definitely an Earth Power. Because I don't think they have any reason to go for Poison Fang. But I'll let it go anyway. That's so fine with me. I'll bring in Hypno versus Nidoqueen. They bring in the Lickitung real quick. But they farmed up so much energy. They might actually be able to get to 3 Body Slams here. Look at this. They make perfect farm. They know they survive at 1 HP there to get to the next Body Slam. Did the maximum amount of licks. Which causes them to get to another Body Slam here. So that's some really good energy management by my opponent here. What is he gonna bring in? Brings in the Machamp, which is really good for me. Problem is though, if he can get to like a move, he almost kills my Marowak. I do have a shield though, but I think the Nidoqueen also has a some energy left, so this could still be quite scary, which is why I don't shield that move. I just want to farm down the Machamp. I'm also gonna no-shield this, since I know there's a Poison Fang. Honestly, the Machamp was never gonna reach a Rock Slide, but still, I survived this. I can get to the Shadow Bone. It's still a good game. Goodbye, Machamp. Yeah, this definitely kills. Bye-bye. Sandslash into Hypno. This is not too bad of a matchup for Sandslash. I gotta... maybe I should switch out here at some point. Again, this team kind of relies on Marowak blurring out a potential Cantonian Muck. So maybe I should be switching out here at some point to save the Slash. But I'm actually gonna let this go. Then I'll bring in AWAC to farm this. Actually, bring in Hypno to farm it down, because I know he can only get to a Punch at maximum. This shouldn't be a Shadow Ball, this is just a Thunder Punch. Which is very fine with me. But yeah, in comes the Alolan Muck. So at this point... this is really bad for me. This is really, really bad for me. But luckily, Marowak is not too bad here. Unfortunately, I'm not running the Bone Club. This is where Bone Club would be very nice. But yeah, I'm not running it. I shield this up, expecting Dark Pulse, but no, they Acid Spray. Another really good move by my opponent. In comes Shadow Machamp. I could throw the Shadow Bone here, which unfortunately barely doesn't knock him out. And I have to throw another one, because they are at the Rock Slide right now. I'm hoping they no-shield this, but they shield it up, and they undertap the move, and there should be a Rock Slide, so I'm shooting it up, otherwise I would die. And I need my Marowak to kill that Muck. Take out the Machamp, in comes the Muck. I'm hoping to switch here, but my switch timer is barely not up, otherwise I might have been able to catch a move. Or at least force him to throw some energy. So yeah, we get taken out. At this point, my Hypno can't do anything, so I concede the match. Good game to my opponent. Another Lickitung into Sandslash. Again, Lickitung not great for his squad. Technically beats all 3 of my Pokemon. But I should have a lot of play. I'm gonna Earthquake once, usually no shield. Since they are Lickitung, does a lot of damage. And I'll try to catch a move on a Alolan Marowak, which I do. Hopefully this is a power-up, but... most of the time just Body Slam, because they know Sandslash takes a lot of damage either way. I can farm up some good energy here. The licks are adding up, but they don't do that much. In comes a Pidgeot. Do they know? Do they know? Hope they don't know. Come on. Bye-bye, Pidgeot. It hits, and we farm it down. That is the beauty of Fire Blast Alolan Marowak right there. Again, I don't think there's that much reason to run Bone Club over Fire Blast. You know, there's so many normal types that you can hit with it, and they don't expect it. Shadow Bone on the Hypno here. I'm looking pretty good at this point. Unfortunately, I die with my move there. That's fine. Dude, I already forgot the lead. Oh, it was Lickitung. I bring in Sandslash here because I know I can put on the pressure with Night Slashes. And I don't really want to get either Shadow Ball on Hypno, though. I shielded on Sandslash anyway, so... I don't know. I could have gotten a Hypno as well, but I think the Lickitung is very, very low. In a range where I can Confusion down, right? Yeah, I just catch a move on Hypno at this point. This is just a punch. I also could just throw my move though. I don't know. I'm playing this weird. I'm playing this way too fancy, I think. I could just easily just Night Slash the Hypno and then farm everything down with my Hypno. But I just wanted to catch just because, I think. And then I want to finish it off with Sandslash here. I wanted to finish it off with Sandslash, but kind of worried I'm not going to make it to 2 Night Slashes. So I shield up anyway. We can farm down his Lickitung. And now Focus Blast will finally come in useful, because we will hit it on this Hypno. It doesn't even die, but we can farm it down. Definitely the move to go with that Focus Blast. No, I think Shadow Ball still probably more useful, but at least I hit something with it. Ooh, we have the Blastoise. Yeah, this is the worst lead possible. It's gonna instant switch into Hypno. Just hoping they don't have any answers, and well, they're staying in, so it's looking like they might not. So that's pretty good for me. Just gonna Thunder Punch this. Luckily they didn't. I was very afraid they were gonna catch on something like a Nidoqueen, which would not have been great, but I actually let it go too, which is really good. And I can fire another one here. We have essentially gotten rid of the Blastoise already, so that is quite nice. I decided to no shield this, and this is gonna end up being a huge mistake, because I could have farmed down the Blastoise. There's a fighting type in the back already. And at this point, since they are running Primeape, I'm really expecting double fighter. Probably Machamp in the back, which wouldn't be great for Alolan Marowak. Actually, this is another Pokemon where I would actually want Bone Club. So even though Fire Blast is usually nice, this matchup, having the bait potential with Bone Club is preferred. Because without that bait, this Machamp can just go double Rock Slide and take me out. So it's not too good. I'm just gonna no shield the first one, because again, they can double Rock Slide easy and take me out. They actually farm me down with Blastoise, which is actually their lose condition, because I am able to farm this down with Sandslash, and I might be able to knock out the Machamp with this Night Slash. Survives at 1 HP, takes me out with the counter that came through, and that is an unfortunate loss, but you know, I made it extremely close versus a Blastoise lead, so I will take that for sure. Anyway, that's the final battle. Hope you enjoyed the video. Definitely consider running Kanto Sandslash. It's very fun to run, very strong against the meta, so enjoy it. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Good luck with your battles.